Good morning, market snappers. Welcome back. This is Jesse. We're getting started just a titch before 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, right on the dot as usual. Sometimes we're early, sometimes we're running late, but for the most part, we're right at 9 a.m. And as long as I don't get distracted, we'll start right at 9 a.m. Uh, and sometimes, I got a lot of things to do, like I did yesterday. We started at 8:30, but then we went 3 hours. So I'm not even sure. It was just so much going on yesterday that I was like, let's just keep it going because it was just too much, right? Too much action going on. Uh, if you're new to the live stream, awesome, welcome. If you're returning, even better. Good to see you back on here. On the first half of the live stream, we will cover Bitcoin, altcoins, stocks, metals, anything that jumps out of us on the watch list. On the second half of the live stream, we will chart your chart requests. So make sure to put in the ticker symbol, the name of the asset, the type of asset. Is it crypto? Is it stock? Whatever it is. Give me all the details in the comments. That way I can search for it quickly and keep the live streaming over here. TGIF. Thank God it's Friday, right? Super Bowl Sunday weekend. Got a big weekend coming up. And talked about it yesterday after the big drop down, not only in Bitcoin, the indices, stocks, MicroStrategy, all that got smashed hard yesterday. I posted on X, are they really going to not bounce it back today heading into Super Bowl Sunday weekend? I mean, if 40 million people tune in, and I don't know how many people are going to tune in, but if 40 million people tune in and there's more than that with people being at each, Super Bowl party, whatever, right? So there's a lot of people. Are you really going to have 40 million plus people sad while the market crashed? Or you can talk about, oh, it's back up today. Oh, it's back up today, right? Their 401ks are back up today, all that stuff. So a lot to talk about, but I did post that. And thank you for helping me help me with the algorithms. Smash the like button, comment, repost the live stream, share with your friends, family, all that stuff. But we'll get rock and rolling here. We're definitely gonna keep it shorter today. It's Friday, and the nanny's still not feeling great, so let her leave a little bit early today. Possibly, baby will be sleeping anyways, and then there'll be daddy daycare. And what else? So the title is Bitcoin down 52%, nearly tagging the 200-week moving average. So we're gonna get into all of that. Yep, tag 70,000 briefly. What do you trade? Everything's on the table, but crypto, futures a lot since January 2023. I've been trading more futures since then. Bitcoin a lot, 2020, 2021. Shorted Ethereum a lot, 2022. Stuff like that. So stocks, longer swing trades on stocks. I used to trade a lot of options before I got into trading Bitcoin with leverage back in 2020. So I've traded pretty much everything. I've traded Forex, all that stuff. So, but futures probably trading the most. Shooter, by the way, coffee, nice. Got your coffee, nice. Life and Legacy 7333. What's up? Zarzag. Oh God, if I'm saying it wrong, I feel like you changed your name. Did you change your name? Did you change your YouTube name? I can't remember. I remember the picture though. And I remember you always misspelling my name. Olsen, how to the cloud. I was supposed to get the Mac Mini on Wednesday. I didn't get it till 6:45 p.m. So it's already, hanging out with the wifey, hanging out with the baby, and then put the baby down. By then, I'm not gonna start on. And then I didn't check close enough, and I'm not a huge Mac person. Obviously, I have an Apple phone, but I'm still old school with HP and uh, Lenovo and uh, Dell and Samsung monitors and stuff like that. So I'm still what I'm trying to say, I'm still a Windows guy for like business stuff. Uh, but the phone is Apple for a very long time. And so I didn't realize that the Mac Mini doesn't have USB hookups. Yeah, Aldo. Yeah, used to be Aldo. Yeah. I remember the photo though. I just can't keep everyone straight. I can't remember it all. But long story short, I had to buy a docking station, so that arrives this morning from Amazon, so I can plug in the keyboard and mouse that have USB, right? So I know I'm a boomer. I'm in my 40s, so I'm not some hot shot young 20 tech sav. London, UK, not so sexy news. So hopefully today, at least get it set up. Everything's plugged in, just waiting on a docking station, and then see if we can give Claude Bot, aka OpenClaw, aka Molt Bot, a heartbeat today. Oof. In its own sandbox, contained, right? Welcome back. Mighty Kirk, good morning. I bought a small dip on BTC with minimum leverage for as a bounce likely reverse salary. It's just a bounce until proven otherwise, but it's going to take time for the ship to get turned around. So we're in a bear market. Lucky Look 7159. Welcome back. Yeah. So my actual setup is wireless, and like my setup that I'm running right now. But I didn't want to go out and buy like all new stuff for a bot to run in the background. So I've tried to use the keyboard and the mouse that were just laying around in the closet. So that's why I got the docking stations. But my normal setup is all wireless. The mic's not. The mic's not wireless. No. The thing about wireless that sucks is you have to put in new batteries. But I don't like all the wires either. I haven't given up on them. The killer instinct is there. You can't teach that. It hurts the fan base when Sam Darnold goes to the Super Bowl. I'm not gonna lie, but I believe in his talents. He's only 22. Maybe he's turned 23 now, but he's so young and he doesn't have a lot of playing experience. But this year he's still, battling injuries and stuff. He still had a winning record. So I haven't given up on him. I'm all about it. So with that, let's get rock and rolling. Good morning. Bitcoin, 52% correction so far. Nearly tagged the 200-week moving average at 59,900. Depending on what exchange you're looking at. 59,900 is where I saw it on one of them. I know I did. Because I posted about it. There it is. Okay, I knew I saw one on one of them. $59,942, right? I knew I was right, but just call it 60,000, whatever. Maybe I don't know. $60,000 Bitcoin, right? What doesn't matter. All the way from 126. So just a quick recap. We put out the October 8th. We put out the Wyckoff distribution at 123,000. Prices at 700 at the time, 123, 700. About 95% of that played out over here, right? And then we had the relief rally that had like 21%. October 10th, I put out the bear market chart, which everyone's talking about now. Everyone's talking about the 2022 fractal. Everyone and their brother and then some are all talking about it now. But I put that chart out on October 10th, and not even a week ago, there was still the Elliott wave super cycle crowd. Not even 7 or 8 days ago, still posting that it's super cycle, still 74,400 if it holds. And then it was, if 69,000 still holds, it's still Elliott wave super cycle. It's down 52% by the time those Elliott wave experts, quote unquote, self-proclaimed experts who sell courses and stuff, price is down 52%. It's talking about going into the bear market October 10th, right? In hindsight, that chart has worked out. And the main thesis was we're going to come back down and retest the 200-week moving average before making a new all-time high. That was the main thesis. We've gotten within 3% of that, right? We got within almost 4%, 3 to 4% of that. So we're getting closer to it, and we're getting a nice bounce. It's a nice bounce. But what people have such short memories, right? 17% bounce. We just dropped so far. We just literally just dropped. We expect bounces along the way. 38, almost 39% in 23 days. Its price has gotten really far extended away from the trending dots. I would expect a retest of the trending dots. Let the trending dots catch up. Let the moving averages catch up. And then possibly the next move down, right? So I found a fractal already, of course, right? So however it plays out, the thing is, if you let the trending dots kind of catch up here, it'll probably be somewhat this trajectory, right? Just kind of forecasting it out. Oops. So if so, however it plays out, this is just an idea, right? However the price action plays out, that's a possibility. So, wrong one. So, again, drop, bounce, big drop, relief rally, bounce 21%, hit the exact same two targets that it did in 2022. Bounce, consolidate, let everything kind of catch up. So maybe by the end of February, it starts to push back down, right? So maybe by the end of February, it starts to push back down. And then the month closes down here. And maybe even retests the 200-week moving average by the end of the month, right? So if I redraw this, now that I'm thinking about it more, right? So say you got the down, up, down, up, down, up one last time, and end of the month, right? So it just had a huge move up. I mean, a huge move down. So just wiped out all that leverage. There was billions of leverage longs of 3x, 5x, 10x. We talked about it. We covered it. We've been covering it all the way since the top, right? But even from $81,000 I posted on there like over a week ago that from 81,000 to 66,000, there were billions and billions of leverage longs. And I posted they could wipe out all of those leverage longs and it could happen quickly, similar to a short squeeze, but the opposite, obviously, right? And then we saw price pushing down faster and faster and faster and faster and faster. It wiped out all the leverage. So here, let me just show you what I was talking about. I can pull it over here. So from 81,000, wiped all the leverage down to 60,000. There's still a little bit here, but you're talking about less than $100 million, right? But all of it was spiked up. Yep, they decided to wipe the billions of leverage longs all the way to 59.9. Call it 60,000, right? Indeed, if they wanted to push Bitcoin lower to liquidate all these leverage longs, it could happen quickly, and it did within 7 days. Check. Current price is 66,000, and they could push it down further before a bounce, and they did, and they pushed it all the way to 60,000. Left a little bit here. There's nothing here, right? So the bounce is a lot of that is the shorts taking profit, right? That's why it's bouncing. That's why I say it's bouncing, right? Obviously, none of this is financial advice. Obviously, it's for educational purposes only, and hopefully have a little bit of fun along the way. But talked about it back here. Billions in Bitcoin long liquidations from 81,000 down to about 66,000. If they push it lower, it could happen quickly. Opposite of a short squeeze. Possible, right? February 30th, BTC all-time high. Oh boy. What would we do all summer? Take the family to the beach. So anywho, talked about it, covered it. It was at 82,000. It could happen quickly, and it did. It came down all the way to $60,000 very quickly within 1 week. So this was January 29th. So there we go. All over it. Right? That's the daily chart. We're going to cover the weekly chart, the 2-week chart, 3-week chart, monthly chart. We're going to cover it all. Just show you why it's just a bounce, in my opinion, right? Just like this was just a bounce and a relief rally. And many quantile analysts, Elliott Wave analysts, all the analysts talking about new all-time highs, right? Similar to 2022. Many were also talking about new all-time highs in March, April of 2022, and we were all over it saying it's going down, right? So here we are. But first, we don't have any sponsors or affiliate, and we've never taken $1 of affiliate money. So we're just going to take a quick plug over here. You can go over to Market Sniper Pro, check out the website, right? Learn more about the tools, all that stuff. It's all included for $49. That price is going to go up soon. Even AI says it should be $199 for everything that we're adding to it. And we did take a step back on the screener. There's 4,000 plus assets to screen. We were at 8,700, but we're retooling to get to 20,000. So that's why. Get a little more about it in the features over here. We haven't fully updated it. We keep adding more and more tools and stuff like that. So go check it out. And then, of course, we have our own charting system. This is not TradingView Lite. We have our own charting system with scores, all of that. Our own indicators built in, all built on Python, not Python script. We still have the indicators and trading bots on TradingView as well. So you get both. You get this that we just rolled out. You get the trading view tools. We still have the Discord, but we also have the community, right? And we still have what's this? The screener, right? Create preset, add filter. You could do the divergence, right? You could do the MACD divergence, all that stuff, and keep narrowing it down to whatever you have. Change the settings daily, rising, falling, flat, all of that. RSI MA cross, right? Narrow it down. And then you click on it, and it already charts it for you. It already charts it. It's pre-drawing these trend lines. I've never looked at this stock in my entire life, right? US equities. PFHC. You can see the bullish divergence. You can see the trend lines being drawn on RSI and the candles. Red means bearish. Blue means oversold or ultra bearish. Orange means overbought or ultra bullish. And then, of course, green, broke out of the downward trend line, gapped up. Green means there was a buy signal, right? So we're continuing to build it out. You could open up the chart more, and you can push it through to our own charting platform, or you could push it through to TradingView, right? I do both. TradingView has more stuff. So we're still using TradingView as a bridge. We're still using Discord as a bridge because they both do more. But we are also building out the community as well, right? So it has alerts, all that stuff. We have 70 plus hours of recorded coaching, and we have the dashboard, track everything, dashboard, journal, all that stuff, right? Portfolio, strategies, add it all in there. And of course, AI. So we've incorporated AI into every aspect of this, trained it on the 70 plus hours of recorded coaching videos. It's incorporated into the screener, all of that. We just haven't released it to the group yet. It's in the admin portal. So exciting stuff, all for $49. It's ridiculous, right? And it's just going to get better. So what that means is prices are going to go up. I've been saying that for 3 months. And one day I'm just going to wake up and say, yes, we need to charge more, right? So that's not today. Someone asked me if we wait till Monday. I said, yeah, we're good. So maybe by the end of February, I'll wake up and say, because API costs me money from AI being pulled. These APIs for data cost me money. Building all these tools out costs me money. So I'm reinvesting way too much money, right? But I think it really helps people. So I'm getting a lot of good feedback. So it's I have market snipers that were paying $79 for a lot less, and now they're arbitraging me for $49 a month. So good to see them saving $30 for a lot more. Still reasons why on this chart why we can come down and hit the 3-month support. Still reasons why we can come back down to hit the 200-week moving average. Still reasons why we could come back down the 6-month support. And there are even reasons at $40,000 as well. Will it happen today? Probably not. Will it happen tomorrow? Most likely not. Seems like after that big 39% push down, it's going to take some time to recalibrate, bring in some more longs. They probably want to see billions more of longs. So let the long positions build up and then do it again. This is the weekly chart. Let's zoom out on the weekly chart. Smash through longer term target 3. Smash through. Everyone's got this fractal now. I don't remember seeing anybody have this fractal on here on October 10th when I posted this. So uh, this was the bear market playbook, and we put it out on October 10th. We didn't put it out at the end of November. We didn't put it out in December. We didn't put it out in January when it was breaking down and already down like 38%. We didn't put it out yesterday after it crashed 52%. We put it out when price is up here above 115, right? Or higher. And we were talking about all the way till like the end of October. This might be the last time you can sell your Bitcoin at $110,000 for a long time. We said that. We posted about that as a warning, right? I don't give financial advice. People ask me what should they do next. I don't give financial advice. I'm sorry. But I do give warning shots of my thoughts about what's going to happen in advance, whether they're right or wrong. That's a different story. But came all the way down and tagged that. So we're in longer term target 3 right now. Price came all the way down here. And, we had the buy the dip, the bottom is in crew. We had buy the dip, the bottom is in crew. We had buy the dip, the bottom is in crew. And now we have the bottom is in, buy the dip crew again. And this whole entire time I've been saying, buy the right dip. Buy the right dip. What does that mean? That means instead of trying to catch a falling knife all the way down, which they did all the way down, posted about it, bragged about it. They had a badge. It's like they were trying to wear a badge of honor that I bought the dip. I bought the dip. I bought the dip. If you're doing it for clicks, all right, I see that all the time. If you're doing it to like try to be a hero and wear a badge of honor, we're dealing with real money, or at least I am. So I don't care about wearing a badge of honor of buying the dip all the way down or IDCA all the way down. That is, in my opinion, that's a terrible strategy. That is terrible. Why would you ever DCA or buy the dip all the way down in a bear market? It's a bear market. I'll wait for now. DCing underneath the 200-week moving average, I've said in the past, is historically a good time to DCA. And it is a much better time to DCA than at the top or on the way down. However, I'm still going to wait for a higher probability of a reversal. I'm still going to buy the right dip because that dip could keep dipping. We just don't know. We don't know. And we talked about it, right? We talked about it a lot yesterday, so we're not going to spend a lot of time. But buying the right dip, similar to 2022, there was bullish divergence. There was a wedge. We were breaking out of that. There's bullish divergence on the weekly chart, bullish divergence on the daily chart, and it had been about a year. We said that the bear market has lasted a year in the past. So we were ready. We were ready. We were ready. We were ready. And then on January 4th, 2023, based off of the daily chart, I took my first leverage long at 16,800. I am not worried about missing the bottom. It's going to take time for the ship to get turned around. Just as it took time for the ship to get turned around at the top. It took time, right? It's going to take time. Whether there's divergence or not, we don't know. But thankfully, there was bearish divergence at the top of 21 November 2021. There's bullish divergence at the bottom. There's bearish divergence at the top. And we hope that there's bullish divergence at the bottom again, whenever that is, wherever that plays out. There is not yet. The monthly chart is bearish. The 3-week chart, 2-week chart, weekly chart, all bearish. It's going to take time. It doesn't just magically V-shape recovery around when the momentum is to the downside on all higher time frames. Sorry. Oh yeah, for sure. That's the number one. That's the number one concern. Keeping it contained in the sandbox on a new computer, right? I bought a new Mac Mini because I didn't want it on my laptop. So, yep. Gonna build it out slowly and security as much as possible. No, we don't. Everything is run through Stripe, and Stripe has talked about crypto, but no, we don't. Sorry. Uh, is that the May 22 BTC fractal? It's the 2022 fractal. So it's the end of 2021, 2022. You need flu mix. Oh, is that for the bot? Uh, by my calculation, somewhere north of 22 billion in the past. Yeah, probably. Nice bounce so far. Yep. Expect bounces along the way. Gert Jan Tenhove in the by the next dip cruise defense. Now wouldn't be a bad time. I don't DCA. I'll wait for a higher probability of reversal. And we talked about this every single live stream that the reason why I don't dollar cost average, even if dollar cost averaging is historically good underneath the 200-week moving average, is what if we see a .com bubble crash? What if we see a 2008 like crash? Bitcoin has never experienced that in the history of its history. Whatever. Uh, so I'm not going to. I'm not going to. Expect bounces along the way. If we don't find support here at the 200-week moving average or at target 4, or Bitcoin doesn't find support at target 5 like it did in 2022, or at the January 2024 lows where the ETF lows are at 38,800, 900 ish, depending on the exchange you're looking at. If it doesn't find support, then see red arrow. And I'm not going to personally DCA below the 200-week moving average and then watch it drop 30%, watch it drop 50% if that's a possibility. We don't know, right? I'm not going to do it. And maybe it does find support, but maybe this time is different. And maybe this time it takes longer than a year bear market. I hope not. I truly, truly hope not. I hope not. I hope not. I hope this plays out again. That'd be awesome. I'm hoping for another bull run. I would love another bull run. But I'm not going to say 100% certainty we get another bull run breakout similar to 2022. I hope so. But I'm not going to DCA blindly. So there's a couple things this time that is different, and we don't know what we don't know. And what we don't know is are we going to see a .com like bubble crash with AI and all of that? Are we going to see a 2008 like crash? Seems like the housing market in certain areas have already dropped, like Austin, Texas, 24% year over year. So there are certain things that there are similarities, obviously expecting different, but that is why I'm not DCAing. Funding looks crazy now. What do you think of funding right now? I'm a swing trader. I'm not you're probably looking at that more if you're like day trading or scalping, but I don't pay attention, honestly. When you find the right deep, would you buy leaps? Mm, I have. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe, baby. Thank you so much, Jesse. Wish you and your loved ones. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You sound like you're coming down with flu. Oh, no, no, no. No, no. The we had a cold with the family this past week, and so I'm just stuffed up. But no flu. No flu. Thankfully. Thankfully. We're all coming out of it. The baby's feeling good. She got it first. I think she got it from the kids she plays with at the playground. They were sick, and so she got it from them, and then the nanny and the wife got it, and I got it the least this time. So, but when I started coming down with it last Friday, yeah, it's just my nose, just my nose, just stuffed up. But I feel fine. I feel fine. Thank you. But I started taking Zycams and airborne and immunity shots on last Friday, and I think I caught it early enough. So I was just flooding my system. Bum, bum, bum. Monday will be interesting. I don't know anything about that. I don't I don't even a lot of that is narratives. I just stick with the charts that I'm staring at obsessively. Yeah, it's not a I've looked at it. Uh I didn't I didn't there could be an edge. I haven't seen an edge. Just like the long liquidations, right? Even though I posted about it and talking about it's a possibility, it doesn't show you the direction. So it's like it's just an idea of what could happen. It's always in hindsight, in my opinion. It's always in hindsight. So yes, I showed there was billions of long liquidations from 81,000 down to 66,000. So the move could happen quickly, but maybe the move didn't happen quickly, right? So it's just an idea that hey, there are billions of long liquidations. I could see price moving down, but that's not for but I'm not going to make a business decision based off of that alone. So for me, it's not really part of my strategy whatsoever. I'll just add it to what I'm already thinking. So I don't that's why I don't coach it, I don't teach it or anything like that. Whether it's long liquidations, short liquidations, funding rates. In the recorded coaching videos, you're not going to hear me talk about funding rates whatsoever. Could there be an edge? Maybe. If you find an edge on it, let me know. But I'm always interested in edges. I just have, I didn't see enough to where I wanted to go down the rabbit hole, honestly. It's pretty simple. Uh, for like for like 10 years when I was in mortgage and real estate, I thought like I'm pretty good with patterns. I'm pretty good with spotting patterns, forecasting, seeing the next move. And I think I built that skill up since I was a kid. I'm assuming I built that skill up assuming uh from learning to play chess at a young age. Um so I've played chess. It's my favorite game. Still to this day is my favorite game. Uh and I've learned and played chess for 40 years. So forecasting, spotting patterns, game theory, like I love all strategy games. I love it. I love it. Golf is a strategy game, love it. Chess is a strategy game, love it. Uh I love, you know, the trade like the trading part, yeah, money's great, but I could strategize about what's going to happen next literally all day long. I love it. I could strategize all day long. So golf, chess, charts. obsessed with charts, right? I could strategize all day long. I could forecast all day long. I could all day long. So that's step one. And so after picking up the first chart, I was like, well, I got that idea right. So should we try to make some money? And then I didn't end my real estate and mortgage business until I had made six-figure winning trades uh, to make sure that I could change out the income from mortgage and real estate, right? So it was a big risk, so I didn't do it until that happened. So I was in until the money could overpower mortgage and real estate. I didn't give up on that business till early 2021. So early 2021, I ended my mortgage and real estate business after 17 years. I had a good long career and went out on top for real estate and mortgage, right? It was the lowest rate ever. It was so easy to make money. I just hated it at that time. At that point, it was only about the money, and I no longer enjoyed it. I enjoyed the clients. I did not enjoy other working with other realtors, to be honest. Like 95% of them are a pain in the butt. So if you're a realtor, sorry. Hopefully you're in the top 5% that I made friends with and I really enjoyed, and they became like family to me and stuff like that. But the other 95% are difficult to work with. And I was a licensed realtor. So and licensed mortgage for 17 years. So but yeah, that's how I started. And then I burned the boats. I was like, I enjoy this. I love strategizing. I can look at charts all day long. So I literally take everyone from A to Z on the recorded coaching. So recorded coaching has everything from A to Z. Like video number one, right? Introduction to trendline strategy and why it's important. 90 plus minutes covering the core strategy. It's like I literally take you from A to Z. RSI strategies on video number two, including getting an edge with RSI trend lines for taking breakouts and taking profits. So I've gone through it. I put in the work. I put in the work. It's all there. Psychology, all that stuff. And then of course you can just go to different areas too. So I put in all the work for in 2022 and it's still valid to this day. These indicators were built based off of my core strategy. I didn't build a core strategy off of an indicator. We built this as a visual tool when we started out in 2022, built a visual tool to help people learn faster with the recorded coaching. So let's keep going. Let's look at the 2-week chart. 71,000. 71. 2-week chart. Yeah. Still bearish. Still below the red training dots. Expect bounces along the way. This is a bounce. That's a bounce. This is a bounce so far, right? So expect bounces along the way, right? Expect bounces along the way. 2-week chart. 3-week chart. Expect bounces along the way. Red trending dots, right? Red trending dots. Expect bounces. Even that bounce was like from wick to wick, 22%, right? 22% bounce. Currently at a 18% bounce. So we expect bounces, but The longer term momentum is to the downside as of now. Uh, Monthly chart is bearish below the trailing dots. Sell signal May 2022. Sell signal January 2026. So, well, if you're starting your trading journey, you'll save yourself a lot of money by staring at the charts longer first before risking money, right? Whether that is 2 or 3 months of recorded coaching, really dialing it in, uh, coming up with your own version of it, back testing it, studying some more, back testing it, then maybe graduate and run it on a paper trading account. There's paper trading accounts out there. So then you could swing trade, day trade, scalp, whatever on a paper trading account. I have a new bot that I haven't released, paper trading on account right now. So, uh, what is it? In the last week, it's up like four. Yeah. In the last week, the newer bot is up $6,000 in a week, but it's paper trading. So, I'm not even thinking about it. I was like, I had this idea. It's been in the works for a while, and it's not gonna. If I ever release it, if I ever feel like it's dialed in, all that stuff, there's no way I would release it for the $49 package. It would have to be a premium bot. So, but I'm back testing it on a paper trading account. So it's up $6,000 in a week, trading. What is it? Nasdaq futures? Yeah, Nasdaq futures. I forget. Sometimes I have them trading on micro Nasdaq futures, SP 500 futures, micro SP 500 futures. But this one in the last week is on Nasdaq futures, and it's up 6,000 in a week. So, but it's paper. It's paper trading. It's not real money. So, got long ways to go before I feel like deploying that on real money with real money. So that's the evolution. Learn, back test, paper test, forward test with paper money, forward test with paper money, and then forward test with lunch money, and then forward test with sizable account. So it's a whole step by step process. Never go all in and take profits off the table. So if you make $1,000, I always say take 50% off the table, take it out of your trading account, move it somewhere else, whatever it is, all that. So, well, soon it's gonna be a lot higher. But yeah. So that's Bitcoin. The higher time frames are bearish. Expect bounces along the way, right? Expect bounces along. We just had a 39% drop. Just had a 39% drop. Expecting a retest of the trailing dots. Probably not today, probably not tomorrow. So the trailing dots are going to be trending downward. So wherever that is, wherever they are, that's what I'm expecting. Hasn't retested the trailing dots on the daily chart since January 20th. Could be like 3 or 4 weeks before it does. So we'll see. We'll see how it does. HODL, fill in so many gaps. The ETFs have so many gaps. How much time do we have? Oh, I gotta get going. We gotta start rocking through this. I can't be rambling too much more. So fill another gap. Let's fill that one, right? Fill in gaps. Could fill this gap here today, probably, right? It's a tiny, tiny gap from yesterday. Maybe it fills that gap, maybe not. Uh, futures, right? Gap. Bitcoin versus gold. We've talked about it. The downward sloping 200-week moving average, never seen before in the history of Bitcoin, right? Never seen before in the history of Bitcoin versus gold, a 200-week downward sloping moving average. First time ever. So that's not good. First time RSI on the monthly chart has ever been this low, ever. So we'll see. We'll see. That's why I'm saying this time is different. This time could be different. And maybe we don't see a 2022 like bull market breakout like we did. Could be a breakdown further. So again, I'm not dollar cost averaging. Like 2022 could have been the same scenario. But when the timing was right, 16,800 on January 4th, 2023, I'm not worried about missing the next breakout. It's going to take some time. The euro, the Bitcoin versus the euro actually tagged the 200-week moving average, right? Actually tagged it. So, bada bing, bada boom. MicroStrategy also tagged it and went well below it. There's a weekly chart, right? The canary in the coal mine tagged it. First, it got close and then bounced, right? And then came down and tagged it like a month later. And that's pretty much what we've been talking about. And then came all the way down to $105. So, canary in the coal mine. What else? XRP tagged the 200-week moving average, or it looks like it did, right? Boom. What did I say? We start getting weekly candle closes back below this pivot point, and we already have with Bitcoin too. The probabilities increase that we're going to go down and retest the 200-week moving average. Boom. Ethereum not only tagged it, but dropped way below it. $1,747. Did Tom Lee rug pull you? Question mark. Interesting. Ethereum never put in a higher high on the monthly chart. Of course, it wicked higher, but not on the monthly chart. It did on lower time frames, but not on the monthly chart. That is interesting. And downward sloping 200-week moving average is not bullish. Tag. Chainlink, downward sloping 200-week moving average is not bullish. Cardano, downward sloping 200-week moving average is not bullish. Could it come back up for a retest? Eventually it's going to, right? Eventually it should. I don't know if it's going to. H-bar, XLM, back below the 200, near. So permabulls or hodlers or DCA bros while in a bear market, I should say, or buy the dippers all the way down in a bear market, I should say, do not want to see a downward sloping Bitcoin versus the dollar 200-week moving average. If so, that could be a prolonged bear market, which Bitcoin, we have never seen that before. NASDAQ weekly chart closes today, had a pending sell signal in the weekly chart, did come back and retest the target one already. Yesterday we were talking about, will it retest target one? It did. So this is the daily chart. Similarities, right? Come all the way down, bounce back up, and we'll see if it continues downward after that. So there was a pending weekly sell signal. It disappeared. It came back. It disappeared again. So thankfully, they pushed it back up so everyone could be happy during the Super Bowl. SP 500, similar. It had a pending sell signal in the weekly chart as well. Sell signal, come back up. Probably going to retest, bounce back up into the training dots at the very least. Gold, it's kind of following this, right? Kind of following this that we put out back on the 30th. Basically, it was just this fractal, right? It could still be by the dip scenario. We don't know. Did have a bearish engulfing candle. Could be a lower high, but maybe not, right? Higher time frames remain bullish. This is showing could be bearish divergence. Silver got crushed harder, so it looks different. Sell signal, bearish engulfing candle, below the trailing dots, lower high, lower low. So silver looks weaker. Dollar came all the way up, even had a buy signal above the trailing dots, but like we drew it out, like we've been drawing it out, could kind of go through something like this. So we will see. We'll see. We'll see. VIX dropped straight back down. It's wild, right? Spiked all the way to 23, right? So it's back. So we'll see over the next couple of days. Does it come back up like that? Higher time frames were and are flipping bullish. Yesterday talked about, was Vinet going to take profit on IBIT short? Yesterday we were talking about that. Where is it? I don't know. I don't think he's on here anyway, so it doesn't matter. What's up? What's up? What's up? Hello, hello, hello. I think gold is going to be dominant. I mean, it has dominated, but see daily chart. So big moves down, right? So you had 45% drop. It's bouncing 6%. These are wild animals, right? It's like catching lightning in a bottle. Marathon Digital, Hut, Riot, huge moves down. Bitfarm, Tag the 200, Palladium, Uranium, Copper. I think that's about it on. IBIT. There it is. Yeah, yesterday we were talking about, is Vinet. I wasn't in this trade personally. He just had me map it out for him on the live stream. And yesterday we were talking about, I wonder if he's going to take lock-in profits. He has till October to hold it, but that would have been a nice flush to the bottom. So I wonder if he locked in profits or not. And we were talking about, it's probably like at the wick, like 30%. That's probably like a 3,000% gain. So if you risked $1,000, right? Probably like 30,000. I don't know what his fills were. I don't know. He mentioned it was 48.50 was the strike price, I believe. So I don't know. Maybe it's not 3,000%, but and I don't know how much he bet on it, but it'd be interesting to see how much he made off of it. Oh yeah, always start with Bitcoin. I always start with Bitcoin. Yep. You can replay it. You can replay it on YouTube. You can replay it on X too. It'll just keep playing on my pinned post on the X till over through the weekend. So IBIT. Magnificent 7. A lot of the bounces today, right? So SMCI The bullish divergence has been on our radar, battled, came back, higher low, broke out, came all the way back to the trading dots again, but it is above it and then is breaking back out. Has retagged the 200-week moving average twice now. So pending buy signal on super microcomputers. Could see a bigger retracement possibly. You do have a gap at $46. NVIDIA, TQQ, big drop, right? PLTR, big drop, nailed the target. There's lower targets. I just got lazy and put one target on. Tesla got very close to this area. Downward trend, right? Downward trend as of right now. Big move so far, right? From here to here, 22%. Russell holding on. Bullish engulfing. Buy signal. What else? Apple. Netflix. Where's Microsoft? Is that catching a bounce? Fill this gap. Bada bing, bada boom. Gap filled. Gap up here. Gapalicious. Fill this gap that we had on there forever. We had that gap on there forever. Talked about it. That gap has been filled. Boom. I think that's about it. Amazon. Whoo-wee. Amazon. I posted about it on X in the post market. It was at $201. So it must have dropped even further to 200.37, erasing 20% of the market cap, which was more than $500 billion in a short period of time, right? So that's a big drop. It's a big drop for a big market cap. Google. I think that's about it. Keep it shorter and sweet. Morning, man. Replay crew here. Can you chart silver futures 1 hour if you have time? Went long, massive 70. Oh, wow. Wow, you got it. Longtime market sniper. Of course, Mike G. You got it. Anything for you, Mike G? You got it, Mike G. So, it's caution because it's underneath the trading dots and bearish on the daily chart. But if you caught it at 70, right, you are going against the daily chart right now. But the 1 hour chart, 70. Right? So bullish divergence on the 1 hour chart. Uh, 4 hour chart. Bullish divergence on the 4 hour chart. 4 hour chart still bearish, still under the trending dots. So I would, it's a caution for me, right? Like even if you're on the 1 hour chart, everything is against you right now on the closer time frames. The 4 hour chart is against you as of right now. The daily chart is against you as of right now. 8 hour chart, is against you as of right now. There's bullish divergence on the 8 hour chart, but there's no higher low. So could it come back and retest training dots? Sure. So it's just a caution, right? It's not that you can't counter trade. It's just that you got to be, not that you have to be careful, but you got to be cautious. That make sure you have all your exit strategy, have in your thesis laid out of what targets. Moved to stop on SP5 to profits before bed and got stopped out last night. Small profits. Okay. Well, it's better than losing money. Yeah, I'm waiting for the 4 hour to break on silver to have more confidence. Stop losses are moved to above break even. So, okay. Yeah. So the only risk you have is giving back profits. So, um, if you bought at 70, so yeah, it's possible if it's gonna go higher, then it's possible it comes back down to make a lower high first and then goes. So you could get stopped out again. Small win, but if you're trading on the 1 hour chart, the 4 hour is against you, the 8 hour is against you, and the daily is against you as of right now. But there is bullish divergence on all of those. So, like I said, it's just caution. Seems like it's a risk-free trade for you right now. So doesn't sound like it's a big deal. But you know, without mapping it, 100%, you're probably looking at like retracement targets, right? If it's just a retracement on the 1 hour chart, could be something like that. 15% is a massive move on futures. 29% is a massive move. 39, 53% is a massive move. But, you know, 14,000 and it's already a risk-free trade, right? That's big. Like 14% move is huge. So good luck to you. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck. I hope you win. I hope you win, my man. I think that's about it. $70,000 Bitcoin. This is a 1 hour chart. $70,000 Bitcoin. 4 hour chart. Daily chart. So that's what we're kind of expecting. Up, down, up, down, up, down, but basically flat. And then maybe by the end of the month, we'll see how it comes back down. But retest the training dots, let the training dots catch up. However the price action works out, let the training dots kind of catch up, possible retests, and then we expect the bounce to get sold off, right? When the higher time frames are bearish, still expecting bounces to get sold off. You got it. Of course, if you want more details, just always direct message me or ping me on Discord or on our portal. I prefer the portal, but so with that, I think we covered it all. Hopefully everyone has a good rest of your day on TGIF. Have a great weekend. Spend some time with family and friends. Get outside if you can, if it's not too cold. It's been perfect here in Southern California. So if you're in cold weather like Michigan, sorry to hear that. It was like 80 yesterday, I think. I don't even know. It's like we're so spoiled with weather over here, but so have a good weekend. And the Minnesota Vikings are not in the Super Bowl, so I don't really care that much, but I'll still watch it. So with that, have a good rest of your day, and we'll see you on the next live stream Monday. Adios.